I'm here at Springs Preserve Outdoor Amphitheater at the Bernie Sanders rally right before the Nevada caucuses there tomorrow, and I was talking to supporters about Mike Bloomberg and how they felt about him, and two people actually had specific experiences with stop and frisk that they shared with me, and I wanted to share what they had to say with you guys as well.
My son in New York, he was at NYU, was a victim of his stop and frisk, and I think that's a very fascistic way of running a city. A student, a good student, like my son, suffered, and I absolutely am against that. I cannot support. In that case, I am sorry, I cannot vote Democratic, and I will vote Green.
Can you talk a little bit more about your son's experience with stop and frisk in New York City?
It was very racist. As you know, I have dark hair. The father has dark hair, so my son has dark hair. But he was with twins friends.
Okay, what's your ethnicity? I'm sorry. Can you just explain?
I am Iranian American. And my son was with two friends who are from a Scandinavian background, and they were twins. They are very blonde. So three of them were walking on the sidewalk. He didn't have backpack. He had nothing. They're just from school, from NYU, around that area. And my son says, I felt the police is following us. And they took the opportunity when the two friends, the twins, they walked in front of him. They just turned in front of, those alleys. They just separated the friends from my son. And they stopped my son for no reason. He didn't. I said, did you have a backpack? He didn't even have a backpack with him. And they searched him, he cooperated, and I was very upset about it.
Can you describe how dehumanizing that must feel when someone's not doing anything wrong?
Especially when your friends, if the police...
Friends from college?
Yes, three of them. The twins and my son. My son was a stop, but the twins could go. I mean, this is really, really very racist, I think. And he's Jewish himself, so I don't understand.
I came here from New York to volunteer. It's my daughter, and so we came just to volunteer for this because actually it was Bloomberg's rise in the polls and him just going ahead and trying to buy the election. And after watching Iowa, I was like, okay, I got to drop everything, and I'll do whatever I can
to stop Bloomberg and support Bernie.
To support Bernie. Yeah, most definitely. It was the threat. I think Bloomberg could be worse than Trump to me, and that.
I'm excited.
Bloomberg is terrifying. I was in New York. So many of my friends were harassed and terrorized. Whole communities were terrorized. 6 million people were stopped, and that's only what's documented. All of the intimidation, all of the microaggressions, power tripping, name calling, all of that terrorism, psychological terrorism on the black and brown community of New York and beyond. I think he would be, authoritarian, fascist. He would come around. I mean, the police back then would come around, sweep up an entire group of guys that are just standing, talking, doing nothing wrong, doing nothing illegal, bring them down to jail just to get their fingerprints. He wanted to fingerprint anybody that's in public housing. He wants to have surveillance, like such thorough surveillance that every tweet, every text, every email is thoroughly analyzed. To me, that is the epitome of, Orwellian nightmare. And, that's how what time it is. And I don't think he would even beat Trump, because how are you going to beat, Trump with just another mini Trump, or whatever. I actually think he could be more dangerous than Trump, honestly.